Welcome back to another episode of BGCTV. I'm Callie.
And I'm Elizabeth, and we are back with a fun day of Career Week. We are talking all about people that work with children.
Hey, I work with children. I'm a teacher.
Teachers are awesome because they spend all year working with kids and they love their job. Teachers are so cool. Callie, you want to tell us about the next one?
Sure. The next one is coaches. Coaches are the best. They make a super big impact on the lives of kids. I know I have had some coaches in my life that have had a big impact on me.
Coaches are awesome. They help influence our lives a lot. Want to tell us about the last one, Kelly?
Yes, ma'am. The last one is babysitters and nannies. We know many of you have or have had babysitters, and we know how they can be important in our lives. Nannies can be important as well. They spend a lot of time around you and can influence your lives for good.
There are many people around us that influence our lives for good, and these are careers that you could do and go into.
Let's take a break and then go to BGC's finest, Carolina, for an interview.
Now, Carol here, and I will be interviewing Carolina, one of BGC's essential workers.
Hello!
So today, I wanted to ask you, when you started working at the Boys and Girls Club? I started working at the Boys and Girls Club January 6, 2018. Wow, that's a really long time. So, what sites have you worked at? I have worked at Hillcrest, Odyssey, and Newbridge. Which one do you like the most? I can't choose a favorite site. I love them all. Okay, what are your favorite rotations to teach? My favorite rotation to teach is Spa Club and Culture Club because Spa Club is just, it's good for the skin, you know? Spa Club sounds like a lot of fun. What is your favorite memory at the Boys and Girls Club? My favorite memory is one time we were supposed to help the teachers create a Lost and Founds poster, and the kids were told to draw t-shirts and jeans, and this little girl drew t-shirts that looked kind of like tombstones, and another little girl went and put grass and flowers on the shirts, and it was the funniest thing. Wow, that's really funny. Now, for our last question, do you have any jokes? Now, do I have any jokes? Yes, of course I have some jokes. Okay, why doesn't the queen wave with this hand? Because it's my hand. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Okay, I was like, oh gosh. That's so funny. All right, so thank you for letting us interview you today, Carolina.
Hi, I'm Alana. And I'm Allie. What's your name?
David?
Have you been going to the Boys and Girls Club for a long time, David?
Yes.
The Boys and Girls Club was brand new to our school last year. We started going when it came to our school. What's your favorite activity and club?
Gym?
My favorite activity is making slime. I like to make slime too. David, what do you like to do in the summer?
Get what?
What do you like to do in the summer?
Get in my swimming pool?
I love to go swim, like lakes and everywhere. That's it for us. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.
Why would you want to become older when you can become younger? This is Elmer's Glow. You put it on your face and you instantly become younger. For example, you just go like this, and then you just go like that. And whoa! It really works.
Flyers today.
Now, what do you think it takes to be a teacher? How long does it take? Well, it takes about 4 years of college to become a teacher. That's a lot of schooling. Most of the time is spent learning how to be a teacher, but they also spend a lot of time in classrooms working with kids and learning from other teachers. Being a teacher also takes different skills like communication and patience. They also have to be very creative to keep their class entertained and focused on what they are teaching them. Now, the most important thing that you need is enthusiasm. If a teacher isn't excited about the thing that they are teaching, they can lose the attention of kids like you. Now, we have been talking about elementary school teachers, but what about becoming a preschool teacher? Well, for that, you have to go to college for 4 years to get a degree in early childhood education. You must also have some special training, and you need to have a first aid and CPR certifications. There are lots of other jobs where you can work with kids, but these two are you've probably heard of the most. Now let's hear from another person who works with children, a school principal.
Hi everyone, it's me, Kelly Wachowski. I'm here at Newbridge School where I'm a teacher, and I'm interviewing Mrs. Janice Buki, who's the principal here at Newbridge.
Hello.
Could you tell us a little bit about how you became a principal?
Yes, well, it actually was kind of a surprise. I was an instructional coach, which is someone who helps teachers be the best teacher that they can be. And I was getting a master's degree. And in the middle of all of that, my principal told me, you need to switch your program and get an administrative degree, which means administration in leadership, educational leadership. And so I said, oh, no, I don't. That means being a principal. I don't want to be a principal. And she said, you would be a great principal. So I decided at that time I would go ahead and switch my degree, but I had no plan of becoming a principal. Then when the superintendent found out that I had gotten my degree in educational leadership, she said, you need to think about being a principal. And so that's kind of what started me down that road.
Awesome. Well, you mentioned you were an instructional coach before. What did you do before that?
So I was a classroom teacher, and I actually started my teaching career as being a substitute teacher. So be nice to your substitute teachers, because I was a substitute teacher. And I loved teaching. I didn't have a college degree. Most of my kids were already grown. In fact, I had my own kids in college at the time. And again, as I was being a substitute teacher, my principal at the school that I worked at and other teachers there kept saying, you need to become a teacher. You're a great teacher. You need to go back to school and get your degree. And so that's what I did. I with lots of help, decided to go back to school. And so I went back to Weber State University and got my teaching degree. And so then I taught 6th grade and 5th grade and 4th grade.
The best grade.
And 4th grade. Honestly, 4th grade was the best. So I was a teacher, and then people came to me and said, you really need to be an instructional coach. I said, no, I'm happy being a teacher. I love being in the classroom. But I started thinking about it. That little seed was planted, and then I just decided to try it out, and now I'm a principal.
Wow, I love it. Can you tell me what's your favorite part about being a principal?
That is easy. My favorite part is about you guys, the students. I love seeing students every day. Most importantly, I love seeing students be successful in their work, learning how to struggle through things and those accomplishments that they have. I love seeing students be successful in their relationships with each other, learning how to get along with others, becoming really productive and helpful citizens, and that's what gets me up every morning and brings me to school, is seeing the kids.
I agree. That's my favorite part too. What would you say the hardest part is?
The hardest part is when I see someone, either a student or a teacher, who is so capable of doing maybe better than what they're doing or being more successful, and everyone is trying to help them and do everything they can to help them be their best, but everybody still gets to make their own choices, and sometimes students or adults don't always make the best choices that are going to help them be successful. That's hard for me because I just want to fix everything all the time, and I can't because again, each of us has to do the work ourselves and has to struggle ourselves. Even though lots of people are trying to help us, it always ends with us.
Mm-hmm. That would definitely be tough. All right, I have one last question for you. What advice do you have for kids who maybe want to work in schools or be a teacher or maybe even a principal one day?
Really, for anything that you ever want to be, I think the most important thing is to become someone who loves to learn and who's willing to do whatever it takes to learn something. So if you're interested in how to fix a car, do whatever it takes to do that. So same thing with learning. Teachers are great at asking questions, and they're great at helping find answers to questions. So if you can be a person who asks questions and really always is trying to learn, you can be a teacher, you can become a principal, you can become anything you want. The other piece of that is just to really learn how to care about others, because you cannot be a good teacher or a good principal if you don't really genuinely learn how to care about others and help others. So that would be my advice for becoming a teacher or a principal.
That's great advice. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
I know you're very
Glad to
busy,
have
so
you here.
we appreciate you taking the time.
I'll get back to work cleaning off my desk.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Back to the studio.
Teachers can be so boring sometimes, right? Well, what if I told you I can help you control what your teachers do? All you have to do is put this hat on them, and then use this remote to get your teacher to do what you want to do. You can make them give you A's. You can have them play basketball, checkers, let you go outside longer for recess. It's up to you. But it can be so much fun. And then at the end of the day, you just take this off them and you're in the clear. Be sure to buy yours today at 1-800-TEACHER-CONTROL so you can make your teachers interesting.
Hey guys, today I want to talk to you guys about positive thinking. I know it can be hard to always be positive, but there are so many ways to keep yourself positive. It's easy to spend a lot of time thinking about things that have gone wrong. Yeah, we can all learn from our mistakes, but it's not very helpful to spend a lot of time thinking about negative things. This can lead to worry and stress. This is where positive thinking comes in. Make lemonade out of lemons. I'm not talking about real lemonade. I'm talking about the ability to turn anything negative into something positive. Feel blessed, not stressed. Find things to be thankful for each day. Each day for the next week, give yourself 10 to 15 minutes before you go to sleep to write down 3 things that went well and why. Like, you could talk about what you did with your friends, what you did at home, or maybe even talk about a good conversation you had with a family member. Underneath each thing that went well, write what you did to make it happen. Like, maybe you bought your friends ice cream for them, or you helped your parents outside. It might feel odd to do this at first, but it gets easier with practice. Try to give it a go for a week. Then, at the end of the week, go back and read everything that was positive that week. Share this with your friends. Tell them to do it to stay more positive. Anyway, that's all I have for today, guys. But have a beautiful day, and don't forget to smile. Bye!
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed learning about people that work with children.
Be sure to visit the links to do Art with Holly and Science with Cynthia.
And leave a comment down below of what career you would want to go into.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.